Now, I'm not a big 4X guy, but Endless Legend has always managed to pull me in. I guess messing around with menus and micromanaging things is way better with beautiful fantasy art, and the feeling that you're exploring an old and mysterious world. If you're not familiar with the 4X genre, think Civilization or Crusader Kings. These are games that usually have you running an empire in a huge map against other empires. In Endless Legend, at least, this involves managing your cities and your armies. Now keep in mind that this is just a demo, and the game is only going on early access in a few weeks. In this demo, there are two playable factions: the Kin of Sheridan, a warrior sort of human people with good defense and a focus on military,
Anew, with the wisdom of the stars and the strength.
and the Aspects, these cool peace-loving robot coral things that can spread corals around. A third faction, returning from the first game, are the Necrophages. They're an insect-like war-hungry faction. They're only available to play against as an enemy for now, but you will be able to play as them in the full game. There are bound to be more factions to play as later in the full game. The developers have also announced a fourth faction, the Last Lords. They're these sort of armor-possessing, life-sucking vampires, much like the Broken Lords of Endless Legend 1. So far, I'm really liking what I've seen in Endless Legend 2 compared to the first game. Everything feels snappier and less clunky. The combat in particular is improved by leaps and bounds. The game begins with you being able to use any of your two starting armies to found your first city. There's a neat new mechanic where your city will get a 50% boost to all its productions, depending on how many turns you spend looking for a good spot. I like this because it is far less punishing for delaying your first city than the first game. The map is made of hexes with different terrain. Different terrain gives you different outputs per hex for the 5 productions your city can make. These being food, industry, gold, science, and influence. Some hexes also have anomalies which can change the resource output of a single hex. These anomalies are one of the ways the game does its world building. Now once you've found your city, you can build districts, improvements, and units here. Districts are visible buildings that take up one hex. Different buildings provide different bonuses and can be more effective on different types of hexes, or if they're next to certain other buildings. Surrounding one district with 4 others will level it up, making it grow more impressive and provide larger bonuses. The districts here are a big improvement from the first game, coming in greater variety and allowing your cities to grow much bigger and further specialized. To allow your city to build on more hexes, you need to spend influence to build a foundation on another hex. Aside from cities, you can also create camps in other regions. Camps are smaller and more fragile than cities, but they can be up. Food that your cities produce is used to sustain and bolster the population. The greater the amount of food your city produces, the faster your population will increase. Population can be assigned to further increase the production of either food, industry, or science and influence. A nice addition here compared to the first game is how different types of populations give different bonuses and are better at different things. Industry production increases the speed in which your city can build things, either units, improvements, or districts. This is indicated on the upper right corner by the number of turns. Dust is the magical substitute for gold in this world. It's generally used to speed things along and can be used to buy out buildings, units, or researches. You can also use it to buy special resources later on through the trading menu, or to hire mercenaries. Science speeds up your technology research. Technologies can allow you to build new buildings, give you new abilities, or provide a bonus to your empire. After you research a set amount of technologies, you will unlock the next tier of research and bring your empire to a new age. Influence is used to spread your empire, but it's also used in diplomacy and to turn your camps into full cities, or to join them to an existing city. I like that there's flavor text all over the place. Technologies come with quotes from characters in the game. Heroes come with backstories. Items have write-ups about them. And there's little descriptions about the minor factions. After you meet another empire, diplomacy with them will open up. You can form treaties, change your policies towards them, trade, declare war, form an alliance, and much more. Not all of this was available in the demo though. Another pleasant surprise was the addition of different AIs for the computer empires. Some are more likely to want to attack you, while others are more interested in fostering peace. You can see their disposition marked here. I like this much better than the bloodthirsty AIs of the first game. Each region will be home to a single minor faction. These are smaller peoples that can become part of your empire. You do this by first pacifying them, and then declaring them a protectorate. You can pacify a minor faction village by either speaking to them and completing a small quest for them, or by bribing them. Getting a protectorate provides a bonus depending on how many villages of that faction are in your empire, and also gives you bonus population for each village. It also allows you to build a new unique faction-specific unit. The map will be mostly covered by water at the beginning of the game, but then the rains come. In random intervals, there will be monsoons covering the entire map.
As the heavens open, remember our creed and stand strong against the horrors of the night.
At the end of the monsoon, for reasons I haven't found out yet, the oceans recede. Not what you would expect after heavy rain, less water around. With every monsoon, the world opens up more. There are rarer resources here. Also, you can find dungeons that will reward you upon completion. The feeling of also being an adventurer exploring a magical world while simultaneously managing an empire is one of the best parts of this game. Combat is turn-based. It's done away with the initiative system of Endless Legend 1, and you can now move all your units on your turn. Overall, it feels much less tedious than the first game. Units move more quickly and can be directly controlled. There are also new mechanics like attacks of opportunity, where armies can attack enemy units that move away, and defensive mode, which gives a shield to armies that don't attack on that turn. These mechanics, along with terrain bonuses from trees, high ground, and the like, and the passive abilities of each unit, make combat feel strategic and fun. Speaking of different units, I haven't talked about heroes. Like in many other strategy games, heroes are special, stronger units that don't permanently die. They can respawn after a number of turns, retaining their level and equipment. Unlike regular units, you can equip your hero with items you find while exploring. Endless Legend goes deeper into hero building than its predecessor, by giving them stats and a skill tree, where your abilities scale with different specific stats. There is a tutorial mode to help you learn the game. It goes over the basics in an orderly manner, and goes over just enough to have you playing normally. It then transitions into a full normal game with text boxes to guide you. If you're feeling confident and you're more familiar with the genre and you just want to dive right in, the game tells you things mainly by these pop-up text boxes. There's a lot to learn at the beginning, and the text boxes pop up with every menu you open, or whenever you highlight something new, so it can get a bit too overwhelming. Maybe it's the curse of 4X games to have a pretty high barrier for entry. That being said, even without knowing 100% what you're doing, it can still be fun to just try things out at your own pace. Performance-wise, the game runs pretty smoothly. Graphics look good, and with decent FPS on my 1060, turns process really fast, sometimes with the click of a button. Although this is a match with only 4 players, and it can go higher than that. My laptop with a 3050 did have a performance hit on some turns during the monsoon. That's the basics. Like any 4X game, the mechanics go deeper than that. There's trade, unit upgrades, random events, story choices, faction abilities, and more I probably haven't even come across yet. Alright, that's all from me now. I hope this video is helpful to you. Endless Legend 2 goes on early access on September 22nd. If you'd like to see more videos from me about upcoming games, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.